welcome back to another video. The last one of these did really well, and you guys all seemed to like it, so I decided to make another. Last video I asked you all to leave suggestions of who to feature next time, and don't worry, those were noted and will be featured soon. I tried to mostly feature devs with a sub count of under 100, but a few of these channels are over that by the time of recording, so well done. If you know any more undiscovered game dev channels, please leave their names in the comments below, and don't be afraid to suggest your own channel. All of the featured game devs channel link will be displayed in the description, so please scroll down and show them some love. Anyway, into the video. Skollon is an indie game dev creating devlogs for their game Sprite Nights, a top-down dungeon crawler. Their pixel art, particles and animations are awesome, and the amount of polish at such an early stage of development is really good. The game has improved so much in just 1 month across the 3 devlogs he's made, and they're definitely worth a watch. How this channel only has 15 subs is beyond me. Powerdive Games is a 2-man group working on a tactical RPG game in Game Maker. It gives me Pokemon vibes and seems really unique so far. The pixel art and animations are really simplistic but look so good. The game has both inside and outside zones, a storyline and puzzles, as well as a great combat system. The combat is turn-based, in which you can shuffle your party members around to avoid taking higher damage from enemies, which is similar to the Pokemon type-based system, with weaknesses and strengths. Plasma Studios is a small group of indie game devs working on a Zelda-like RPG game in Unity, called Little Shell's Adventure. It's still very early days on the project, but it's improving a lot from devlog to devlog. The art and animations are nice, and the music they've composed so far is amazing. The game will have a storyline revolving around plastic. There are already basic mechanics in the game so far, such as combat, checkpoints, and dialogue systems. I'm excited to see how this game progresses. Little Moose Man is a solo game dev creating an untitled game in Unity. The game looks extremely polished at such an early stage, and his unique style was actually what inspired my art I was working on in the collab jam. It reminds me a lot of the older Flash games from Arma Games. The game itself is coming along really well, and has a lot of mechanics working already, such as gathering, building, farming, and transporting goods. Mickey is another solo game dev, creating a game called AntDom in Unity. It's changed a lot over the devlogs as he listens a lot to community feedback. The world is procedurally generated and looks very polished already. The models and animations look fantastic and the combat system looks very satisfying. The enemy AI looks very realistic, as if you're actually being chased by the larger insects, and even the inventory system has a unique follow mechanic, which you can toggle. TechLime is an indie game developer working on a game called Solarcraft. It's a Terraria type game with seed generation. The art is coming along nicely, and the game has a lot of back-end features already, like seed generations, saving, and loading. It has farming and cooking implemented, and you can shape the world as you go. The game has a long way to go, but the progress so far is incredible. I can't wait to see how the game progresses over the next few devlogs. Devgo is a games developer creating a game called Stack Up in Unity. The game is incredibly polished, and has demo builds released on Steam already. The game is a fast-paced platformer game in which you grab and place props that fall from the sky to stack them up. The water rises from the drain at the bottom, and you need to keep climbing so that you don't drown. The game has really casual and fun vibes, despite the gameplay being very hectic, which I think is a very good contrast. Artificial is an indie games developer working on a game called Distortion in Unity. It's a 2D platform adventure game with unique physics mechanics and incredible cutscenes. The game is so smooth and polished, and the world looks very developed and interactive already. I'm excited to see more in-game content from this dev and can't wait to see the finished product. It looks like a game I'd happily invest my time into. Matarek Devlog is an indie game dev making an isometric strategy game in Godot. It reminds me a lot of a pixel version of Stellaris. The art is awesome and the UI design and polish is really well done, with the small UI bounces and movements. The gameplay looks really fun and I can't wait to try it out for myself when it's finished. Archive is another indie game dev making a game in Godot called Miner's Delight. It's another Terraria type game with a procedurally generated world. The combat and combat combinations look very satisfying, and the cave entrance and exits look especially good. The art itself is very clean, and the exploration within the game looks like a lot of fun. Player customization is also very in-depth, which is always a big plus in my eyes. The game has progressed a lot between devlogs, and I can't wait to see the game's development along the way. Please go check out each one of these game devs. They all produce great content and deserve a lot more subscribers. I wish them all the best and hope they surpass me soon. Again, if you have any more suggestions of who to showcase in the next video, please leave them in the comments. And don't be afraid to suggest your own channel. Thank you so much to all my patrons over on Patreon. I hadn't expected to get even 1 at this point, never mind 4. That's incredible. So a huge thank you to Tom, Vixel, Fist Me Daddy, and Sabkitty for supporting me over on Patreon. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and leave any suggestions in the comments. I'd love to hear them. All of the devs' channel links are in the description, so please go check them out and show them some support, as well as the links to all my socials and Discord. Thank you so much for watching.